And in terms of, as it were, the lower order problems, what's your current feeling about the number of people around the world who are going to suddenly lose their jobs because of AI, lose the reason for their existence as they see it?
So in the past, new technologies haven't caused massive job losses. So when ATMs came in, bank tellers didn't all lose their jobs. They just started doing more complicated things, and they had many smaller branches of banks and so on. But for this technology, this is more like the Industrial Revolution. In the Industrial Revolution, machines made human strength more or less irrelevant. You didn't have people digging ditches anymore because machines are just better at it. I think these are going to make sort of mundane intelligence more or less irrelevant. People doing clerical jobs are going to just be replaced by machines that do it cheaper and better. So I am worried that there's going to be massive job losses. And that would be good if the increase in productivity made us all better off. Big increases in productivity ought to be good for people. But in our society, they make the rich richer and the poor poorer.
You see, I mean, I live and work in the world of politics, and politicians both want the great increases in productivity you've just mentioned for the state and elsewhere, and they reassure people like me and anybody else listening that these things will be, quotes, regulated, and there will be, quotes, safeguards. And you're suggesting to me there can't be regulation, really, and there can't be safeguards at all.
People don't yet know how to do effective regulation and effective safeguards. There's lots of research now showing these things can get around safeguards. There's recent research showing that if you give them a goal and you say you really need to achieve this goal, they will pretend to do things during training. So during training, they'll pretend not to be as smart as they are so that you will allow them to be that smart. So it's scary already. We don't know how to regulate them. Obviously, we need to. I think the best we can do at present is say we ought to put a lot of resources into investigating how we can keep them safe. So what I advocate is that the government forces the big companies to put lots more resources into safety research.
So this story isn't over. You said earlier on that you didn't want to put a percentage on the likelihood of AI taking over from humanity on the planet, but it was more than 1%, less than 99%. In that spirit, can I ask you whether you yourself are optimistic or pessimistic about what AI is going to do for us now?
I think in the short term, it's going to do wonderful things.